I love the smell of gingerbread, and that's why I use it during the holidays to decorate my house. Hi guys, it's Hani here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful Eiffel Tower centerpiece with gingerbread. Let's get started. Here are the cookies that I'm using today. I used my construction gingerbread cookie dough recipe, and I'm just determining here where I want to have my Eiffel Tower legs, and under the legs I want to have royal icing, and underneath the Eiffel Tower I don't want to have any icing. So you want to determine that where you want to stand your Eiffel Tower, and then use a little scribe tool or a pin to scratch the cookie dough so you know where to start piping. And to decorate I'm using royal icing. This is about 15-second consistency here. You can find a recipe for royal icing along with the recipe for my construction gingerbread dough on my blog hanilas.com, and all the links are in the description box under the video. This cookie is about 5 to 6 inches across, and that gives you an idea how big this centerpiece is. You can also find a template for the Eiffel Tower, and I have this template in my template shop. And like I said, everything is in the description box. I'm going to show you two designs today. One is going to have this blue ombre background, and one is going to be just on a bare cookie. So you guys can tell me in the comments which one do you prefer, which one do you like, and maybe even why. I was so torn because I thought both of them looked really nice, but I was drawn to the blue one because it's something I haven't done with the Eiffel Tower. Usually I just do a white design on a bare cookie, but I really like the blue. So I'm using two shades blue, 15-second consistency. Now we're going to kind of lightly blend it together, creating a bit of an ombre look. And to color my royal icing, I used electric blue. If you don't have a palette knife, you can also use the back of the spoon, or a small spatula should work as well. After this, you need to let the icing dry. Before we get started with the intricate lines, what I did, I scratched the surface of the icing, but because it was hard for you to see in the video, I'm showing it to you on a bare cookie. So I used a scribe tool. You can also use a small pin if you don't have this particular tool. And I'm scratching the surface, giving me an outline. You can also draw this on a piece of paper and have it by your side when you're decorating for the reference, and you can look at it when you are piping these lines, if that helps you. And to decorate, I'm using piping consistency royal icing here, and I've got my piping bag fitted with a PME 1.5 piping tip. This is a great tip for details and writing. If you find that it's hard to pipe these lines with this type of piping tip, you can also try using number 2, which is going to give you thicker lines, so it may not be as intricate as the one I'm making, but it's just a bit easier on hands because you have to pipe a lot of these small lines. And also notice that when I'm doing longer lines, I'm lifting the piping bag ever so slightly. And if you make a mistake, just scrape it off and start over. There is no need to panic, because the icing or the cookie underneath, it's gonna be fine. And also you can practice on a piece of wax paper before you do this on cookies. That way you get an idea, how to do it, and then you can go directly on the cookies. And here is just a quick look how I finished the blue Eiffel Tower. Okay, now I also have a small tree there, so we're going to do a little brushed embroidery. So I'm using thick royal icing here, and we're going to just brush that inwards. Have a clean towel on hand to wipe the bristles once in a while, and I'm also using jewel dust to give my icing some shine and sparkle. If you don't have this particular product, you can also use some sanding sugar or even a little bit of granulated sugar just to give it a kind of like a texture or some sparkling effect on there. Now for the very top, I decided to use little silver dragée. And now we have also a small snowflake. If you don't have this snowflake cutter, you can use a little star, that will work, or you could also use a little round and just make the snowflake on the round. It's perfectly fine, because I know you want to have all the cutters that I'm using, and I don't have these small cutters as templates because they are so small. They will be really a pain in the butt to to cut out. And then dust it with some sanding sugar. That's so pretty. All right, so everything has to dry, and then we can assemble our centerpiece. So I've got my pieces here, and I'm going to use royal icing here, and you can see underneath there I've got a rubber liner. I'm going to use some skewers to keep my Eiffel Tower propped up. So I'm going to put a skewer from the back and from the front, and the liner is going to keep the skewer in place. Otherwise it would be sliding, and you want to let this dry overnight. I also made Eiffel Tower centerpiece, my first one, in 2011, and you can check out what that looks like on my blog. I included a little candle, so that's another option. You can have a little candle there, and it's really pretty lit up. And there, so we're almost done. I hope you guys will give this a try. Let me know which one you prefer. Is it the white one or the blue one? Thank you so much for watching. And if you are new to my YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe. And I also put a link to my cookie decorating newsletter. If you are interested, you can sign up and keep updated about all the cookie news. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.